let's talk about some basics of orthopedic assessment for massage therapists. So I have a question. How many of you massage therapists incorporate any kind of assessment into your initial intake process? Now I want to ask, how many of you massage therapists have time to incorporate an assessment into your initial intake process? Well, I want to talk about a few very basics of assessment. So let's talk about it. So the assessment can be very helpful in determining what types of tissues and structures are involved with the condition that your client is bringing in. So is the client coming in for just general relaxation, or they have a specific issue with their shoulder or their neck or their low back? Those are three common big issues that I see in my practice, and I'm sure that's probably common across the country. At a very minimum, it's probably best to have the client show you what movement creates pain. And that can, at a minimum, help us determine, is this something that is safe for us to work on? Do we need to refer out? Do we need to avoid this area when we're working on them during massage? Is it indicated or contraindicated? At a very minimum, we need to know that. So here's a very quick generalization to help you hone in on what tissues you may need to be working with. So if your client can move into or out of pain, so if you can move and make the sensation feel worse or make the sensation feel better, that points to the indication that it might be soft tissue related. If it doesn't matter where they move and it's always a constant ache or a sharp sensation, that points to an indication that it may be more nerve related. So that's a generalization to help you key in on some structures that may be helpful in your treatment. So it's not necessary to know all of the orthopedic tests and their names. So it's not necessary to know the empty can test or the Thomas test or any test like that. At a very minimum, we just need to know basic range of motion tests. How far can they move? Let's evaluate their movement. We can ask our client to just do some simple range of motion movements and to show us what movements hurt. So if we observe that they start to lift their arm and get to about 90 degrees and then their shoulder takes over, it's those little things that we look for that are going to help us put together a plan for our treatment. The things we're looking for are ease, range, and quality of motion. So we're looking to see, how easy is it for them to move their arm? How far can they move their arm? And what's the quality of the motion? Is it choppy? Do they get to a certain point and start to struggle? It's all those little things we can look at that don't take very long as an assessment before we put them on the table. The more you ask for and observe range of motion movements with your clients, the better you're going to get at it. And the more that your clients are going to appreciate your work. That's why it's called a practice, right? The more we practice, the better we get at it. So we're not going to become experts at it tomorrow, but if we keep working on it, we keep getting better, and we find ways to educate ourselves. We're going to talk about the talkers. So first off, let's define what is a talker. So a talker in massage is someone who is on the table and consumes a lot of time by how did your daughter's birthday party go? That sort of thing. So conversation is what happens and revolves around the body work. Tell me what you feel here. Tell me what's going on here. Does this feel connected to the thing you came in to see me for? So conversation is different from communication about the work that we're doing. So in my opinion, conversation detracts from the therapeutic value of a massage. Now, you need to have some communication, but if the whole session is consumed by just conversation, you're probably not going to get a whole lot of value out of that mind-body connection. So let's talk about this a little bit more. So what's the reason that some people may talk while they're on the table? And I think that comes down to the therapist has not done a maybe proper job of moving uncertainty, instilling positivity, and creating an environment of safety and trust. So this is important. If someone doesn't feel safe on the table, what are some of the mechanisms that they're going to use to try to create some safety and trust? They may talk a lot. So let me give you an example. I had a massage therapist who had me on the table, had my knee bent, and was holding onto my ankle, and then she let go of it. And I, of course, just held on to my leg. And she said, "You're not relaxed because your leg didn't fall to the table." And I thought about that a second, and I didn't say anything to her. I'm like, well, maybe I'm not relaxed, or maybe you didn't create an environment of trust where I relax enough. And who's gonna just let go of someone's leg? I don't want to feel like I don't trust someone enough that they're just gonna let go of my leg. I'm not gonna let it fall. So you gotta create that about how the massage treatment is gonna go. Did I take off enough clothes? Did I communicate to my massage therapist what my problems are? Did I do this right? Did I do that right? When we as humans are faced with incomplete data, we tend to fill in the missing data with stuff in our head. It may be right and it may be wrong. So some of that stuff is going to create uncertainty, and uncertainty breeds stress and anxiety. So the last thing we want to do in a massage room is create uncertainty. Today, I've been inspired to talk to you about feedback and how feedback can help increase the effectiveness of a massage, whether you're getting a massage or giving a massage. So why is it that feedback can be so important in increasing the effectiveness of a massage? Well, I've been doing some reflecting and some reading and some researching about feedback. And what I've found out is that feedback really helps us get to the issues in the tissues. So it's really great to get a relaxation massage where we can just check out. It's almost like ordering at a fast food restaurant. You order off the menu. I'm going to take a number 2, please. You just plop on the table and let the massage therapist do their thing. They're working on you. They're not working with you. There's so many people out there that have issues, low back pain, neck pain, headaches, that we really need to work together, that therapeutic alliance. We need to have that focus and presence with that person on the table in order to give them the most effective massage possible. So what are some of the ways that we can do that? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you are a massage therapist, these questions can really help you focus in on some of the things that need to be worked on. And if you are a receiver of massage and go to get massage regularly, and you have a massage therapist that asks these questions to you, I'm going to tell you you're in good hands. And if you don't get these questions asked to you, I want to let you know that it is more than okay for you to give out these answers as someone is working with you. So let's talk about some of these questions to help even increase the effectiveness of your massage more. All right, here's some of the questions for you to think about as you're working with a person on the table. Does this spot feel connected to the pain you came in to see me for? Help guide me to the spot that's most sensitive, or maybe a spot that you feel is a little more connected to the pain that you came in to see me for. Does this work feel helpful? Tell me what you notice here. Does it feel like we need to continue working in this area, or should we move on? This is a great question because it allows you to know if, number one, if you're in the right area, and number two, if you're working on that area too much where it might be too intense, and maybe sometimes people need a break. Oftentimes you'll get people on the table who just want to power through it and say, no pain, no gain, right? And it's not about that. It's not about how much pressure, how much pain you can exert into someone's nervous system. Let me tell you how I explain it to someone on the table. So we want to use enough pressure to get your attention, but not so much where you're going to have to guard yourself or fight the pressure. We want you to invite the pressure and not tolerate it. So think about someone that you invite into your house, a family member, an aunt, an uncle, a great grandfather. You invite them into your house and you love having them there.
Now think about someone that you tolerate being in your house, like a door-to-door salesman. You don't want them there very long. You can tolerate them for a little bit, but after a little bit, you gotta go. So that's the difference between inviting more intense pressure and tolerating more intense pressure.
Introduction to massage therapy. Definition and history of massage. Massage is a therapeutic practice that involves the manipulation of soft tissues, muscles, and joints to enhance physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It is typically performed using hands, fingers, elbows, forearms, or specialized tools to apply pressure, knead, or stroke the body's muscles and tissues. The primary goal of massage is to promote relaxation, alleviate pain, reduce muscle tension, improve circulation, and support overall health. History of massage. Massage therapy has a long and diverse history that dates back thousands of years. It has been an integral part of various cultures and civilizations, each developing its unique techniques and applications. Here's a brief overview of the historical development of massage. 1. Ancient civilizations. Massage can be traced back to ancient civilizations such as Egypt, China, India, and Greece. Hieroglyphics and texts from ancient Egypt depict massage being used for healing and relaxation purposes. In China and India, massage was an essential aspect of traditional medicine systems like traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, and Ayurveda. 2. Ancient Greek and Roman periods. The Greeks and Romans embraced massage for its therapeutic benefits. Greek physician Hippocrates, often referred to as the father of medicine, advocated massage as a valuable tool for treating various ailments. 3. Eastern traditions. In Asia, massage techniques continued to evolve, leading to the development of unique modalities such as shiatsu in Japan, Thai massage in Thailand, and Chinese tuina. 4. Middle Ages. During the Middle Ages, massage practices faced periods of decline in Europe, partly due to social and religious factors. However, in the Renaissance period, interest in massage was revived. 5. 19th and 20th centuries. In the 19th century, Swedish physician Per Henrik Ling developed the Swedish massage system, which became a foundational technique for modern massage therapy. Around the same time, the introduction of formal massage schools and training programs in Europe and the United States helped standardize massage techniques and practices. 6. 20th century and beyond. Massage therapy gained popularity throughout the 20th century as scientific research supported its benefits. The 1970s saw a surge in interest in complementary and alternative medicine, leading to an increased acceptance of massage in mainstream healthcare. Today, massage therapy is widely recognized as a legitimate form of complementary and alternative medicine. It is practiced in various settings, including spas, wellness centers, hospitals, and rehabilitation facilities. Additionally, professional massage organizations and regulatory bodies have been established to ensure the quality and ethical practice of massage therapy. Benefits and goals of massage therapy. Massage therapy offers a wide range of physical, mental, and emotional benefits. The goals of massage therapy are to promote relaxation, alleviate pain and tension, improve circulation, and enhance overall well-being. Here are some of the key benefits and goals of massage therapy. 1. Relaxation and stress reduction. Massage promotes relaxation by activating the body's parasympathetic nervous system, which helps counteract the effects of stress and the fight or flight response. It can reduce cortisol levels and increase the production of serotonin and dopamine, leading to a sense of calm and improved mood. 2. Pain relief and muscle tension reduction. Massage can alleviate muscle tension, stiffness, and pain. The manipulation of soft tissues helps release knots and adhesions, promoting better blood flow to affected areas and encouraging muscle relaxation. 3. Improved circulation and lymphatic drainage. The pressure and movement applied during massage can enhance blood circulation, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach tissues and organs. It also facilitates lymphatic drainage, aiding in the removal of toxins and waste products from the body. 4. Enhanced flexibility and range of motion. Regular massage can improve joint flexibility and range of motion. It helps reduce muscle restrictions and increases suppleness, making it beneficial for athletes and individuals with mobility issues. 5. Better posture. Massage can help correct postural imbalances by addressing tension and tightness in specific muscles. By improving muscle alignment and balance, massage therapy can support better posture. 6. Relief from headaches and migraines. For some individuals, massage therapy can provide relief from tension headaches and migraines. By reducing muscle tension in the neck, shoulders, and head, massage can alleviate headache symptoms. 7. Immune system support. Studies suggest that massage can have positive effects on the immune system, helping to increase the activity of natural killer cells and boost the body's defense against infections. 8. Improved sleep quality. Massage promotes relaxation and can help individuals experience deeper and more restful sleep. 9. Emotional support and mental well-being. The therapeutic touch of massage can provide comfort and emotional support. It can also help reduce symptoms of anxiety, depression, and other mental health conditions. 10. Rehabilitation and injury recovery. Massage therapy is often used as part of injury rehabilitation programs. It can help speed up recovery by increasing blood flow to injured areas, reducing scar tissue formation, and improving flexibility. 11. Overall wellness and self-care. Massage therapy supports a holistic approach to health and wellness. It encourages individuals to prioritize self-care and take time to relax and recharge. It's important to note that the benefits of massage therapy may vary from person to person, and individual responses can depend on factors such as the type of massage, the frequency of sessions, and the specific health conditions being addressed. Scope and ethics of massage practice. Scope of massage practice. The scope of massage practice refers to the range of activities and responsibilities that a licensed massage therapist is trained and authorized to perform. It encompasses various aspects of providing massage therapy services. The specific scope of practice may vary depending on the country, state, or region, as regulations and licensing requirements differ. In general, the scope of massage practice includes 1. Client assessment and evaluation, assessing a client's health history, physical condition, and any specific concerns before developing a treatment plan. 2. Massage techniques, performing various massage techniques, such as Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, sports massage, trigger point therapy, and others, based on the client's needs and preferences. 3. Hygiene and sanitation, maintaining a clean and hygienic workspace, including proper disinfection of massage equipment and linens. 4. Communication with clients, engaging in effective communication with clients to ensure they understand the treatment process, obtain consent, and address any concerns they may have. 5. Boundary setting, maintaining appropriate professional boundaries and avoiding any behavior that could be perceived as inappropriate or unethical. 6. Referral and consultation, recognizing when a client's needs fall outside the scope of massage practice and referring them to appropriate healthcare professionals when necessary. 7. Self-care and professional development, engaging in ongoing education and training to enhance massage skills and stay updated with current best practices. Ethics of massage practice. Ethics in massage practice refers to the principles and standards that guide the behavior and conduct of massage therapists in their professional interactions with clients, colleagues, and the public. Adhering to ethical guidelines ensures the safety, well-being, and trust of clients, and it upholds the integrity of the massage therapy profession. Some key ethical principles in massage practice include 1. Confidentiality, respecting the privacy and confidentiality of client information obtained during the assessment and treatment process. 2. Informed consent, obtaining informed consent from clients before starting any treatment and explaining the purpose, benefits, and potential risks involved. 3. Professional boundaries, maintaining appropriate physical and emotional boundaries with clients and avoiding any behavior that could be perceived as exploitative or unprofessional. 4. Respect and cultural sensitivity, treating clients with respect and sensitivity to their cultural backgrounds, values, and beliefs. 5. Safety and hygiene, ensuring a safe and clean environment for clients and following proper hygiene and sanitation protocols. 6. Honesty and integrity, providing accurate information to clients about the benefits and limitations of massage therapy and avoiding making false claims. 7. Avoiding dual relationships, avoiding dual relationships that could compromise objectivity or create conflicts of interest. 8. Professionalism, upholding a high standard of professionalism in all interactions with clients and colleagues. 9. Scope of practice, working within the defined scope of massage practice and referring clients to appropriate healthcare professionals when necessary. Ethical guidelines are essential to maintaining the reputation and credibility of the massage therapy profession. Preparing for a massage session. Client assessment and intake process. Client assessment and intake process is a crucial step in the massage therapy session. It involves gathering relevant information about the client's health history, current conditions, and specific goals for the massage. The assessment helps the massage therapist understand the client's needs and design a safe and effective treatment plan. Here are the key steps involved in the client assessment and intake process. 1. Intake form. Provide the client with an intake form to complete before the session. The form typically includes questions about the client's medical history, current medications, allergies, injuries, surgeries, and any specific areas of concern. The intake form also includes contact information and informed consent for the massage. 2. Initial consultation. Once the client completes the intake form, have an initial consultation to discuss their health history in more detail. Ask clarifying questions and ensure all necessary information is provided. Pay attention to any medical conditions, injuries, or contraindications that may affect the massage treatment. 3. Goals and expectations. Discuss the client's goals and expectations for the massage session. Understand what they hope to achieve from the massage, whether it's relaxation, pain relief, improved mobility, or other specific outcomes. 4. Physical assessment. Conduct a brief physical assessment to observe the client's posture, range of motion, and any areas of tension or discomfort. Assess any specific areas the client has mentioned as concerns. 5. Contraindications and precautions. Review any contraindications or precautions based on the client's health history. Contraindications are conditions that could make massage unsafe or potentially harmful, and precautions are conditions that require adjustments or modifications to the massage techniques. 6. Informed consent. Ensure the client understands the treatment plan, any potential risks, and the techniques you plan to use. Obtain informed consent from the client before proceeding with the massage. 7. Communication and comfort level. Establish open communication with the client, encouraging them to communicate any discomfort or changes in sensation during the massage. Ensure the client is comfortable with the treatment plan and the pressure used during the massage. 8. Privacy and confidentiality. Assure the client of their privacy and confidentiality regarding their health information and anything discussed during the session. 9. Documentation. Document the client's health history, assessment findings, and the treatment plan. Keep this information for future reference and to track the client's progress over time. 10. Ongoing assessment. Conduct ongoing assessments during subsequent sessions to monitor changes in the client's condition and adjust the treatment plan as needed. By following a thorough client assessment and intake process, massage therapists can provide tailored and effective treatments while ensuring the client's safety and satisfaction. It also helps build trust and rapport with clients, fostering a positive therapeutic relationship. Guidelines. Create a professional massage environment. It is important to prepare the massage environment that you provide for your clients to ensure that the experience and treatment is not only as relaxing and comforting and professional for them as possible, but also safe. This is essential, not only for the well-being and outcome for the client but, equally, for your business so that clients are more likely to return and to refer others to your practice. You need to have sufficient space in which to provide your massage treatment. A typical treatment room ranges from 8 m square to 16 m square. You should have at least 1 m each side of your table for you to be able to practice from. Small rooms can feel cramped, but large rooms will cost more to heat and clean, etc. Environmental aspects that you should consider include the heating and lighting and ventilation, privacy, noise levels both externally and of any music that you provide. You will want to consider the general decor and quality and appearance of your equipment. It is important to consider the ease of maintaining the general hygiene of the area and management of waste. These considerations need to be balanced with one another. For example, you may wish to include ornaments or decorations, such as anatomy models, in your treatment room to add to the ambience or demonstrate your ethos, but it is worth recognizing that these items may add to the frequency and duration of your cleaning practice. On the other hand, a practice room without any decor additions may appear sterile and uninviting and not put the client at ease. The space you use may be a multi-purpose space, such as your living room or home office space. Consider how you might be able to minimize the impact of having additional, unrelated equipment or furniture in the space to create a treatment room which is not too overloaded. Some of the following considerations are worth mentioning. 1. Access and privacy. How will your clients find you? Is the approach clean, tidy and well lit? How accessible is your treatment room? Is there step-free access? This is not a requirement, but is worth considering and making clear to clients. How and where will you greet clients? Is there a reception space? Is the treatment room private? Will clients have a separate space to get undressed, or will you leave the room? If treating from your home, what elements of your private life will be accessible to the client if you need to walk through other spaces? 2. Decor. Consider warm but neutral decor in your massage space to not overload senses and provide an inviting space. Plants can be a great addition to your space. Consider low-maintenance, air-purifying indoor plants. Depending on your marketing approach, you may include decorations that complement your approach, for example anatomy models or diagrams. 3. Equipment and furniture. As well as a massage couch, you may need a seat for your client for removing their shoes, or during your consultation. You might want a stool for delivering facial massage, and a trolley to store supplies required during treatment. 4. Facilities. Are there bathroom facilities nearby for your client to access? Is there a sink space for you to wash your hands? What laundry facilities available for cleaning your linens? Where will you get drinking water from? 5. Heating. Your treatment space and changing area or bathroom should be neither too hot nor too cold. How will you cool or heat the area at different times during the year? Fan heaters or coolers can be effective, but can be noisy. Storage heaters take a while to heat up but heat efficiently. Air conditioning can be expensive to install and run. Could you warm your towels in preparation for your client's use? You could invest in a massage table heating pad, like an electric blanket for your massage couch, to keep clients cozy during their massage. 6. Lighting. Does your treatment room have natural light? You should be able to control the light in the room so that, even on a bright day, you can darken the room sufficiently for your client's comfort and relaxation. Use soft lighting that is not directly over the massage table. Dimmer switches are great to be able to control the ambience of the lighting and indicate the beginning and end of the treatment time. Think about using energy-efficient bulbs to reduce your energy bills. 7. Scent. Be mindful of the smells in your treatment space. Any noticeable scents may add to or detract from the aromatherapy experience. Candles, incense, or oil burners or diffusers can be used, but should be subtle and not overbearing or affect the blends. For an aromatherapy massage, unscented candles are likely to be the best option. Remember to consider safety aspects when using candles or electrical equipment. Consider asking your client in an initial consultation if they have a preference. Be conscious, too, of your own scent. Avoid overpowering perfumes, body odor, and bad breath. 8. Sound. Try to minimize any external noise during the consultation and treatment. Also consider the tone and level of your own voice to aid the relaxing environment. while still being clear and easily understood by your client. Background music should be at a level that adds to the atmosphere rather than distracts from the overall experience. A suggestion is that background music should be approximately 40 decibels, but you're not expected to have the means to measure that. Be aware that you may need a license to play music for your treatments. What would you do if there are scheduled, noisy, roadworks right outside your treatment room? 9. Storage. What storage do you have available for your clients' belongings? Do you have somewhere to hang outdoor coats? What about wet umbrellas? Where will clients put their clothes and valuables when they change? A laundry basket with an additional container for small items such as jewelry is a great option that can be stored under the massage couch during treatment. What storage do you require for your own equipment and massage resources? Do you want storage that is open, such as shelves, or closed behind cupboard doors? How will you store items you need to be accessible during treatments? 10. Ventilation. There must be suitable and sufficient means of natural or mechanical ventilation in the treatment room, and wherever practicable this should be direct to the external air. How will you ensure your space is well ventilated? 11. Waste and hygiene. You will need access to cleaning supplies to keep your massage space hygienic for the protection of both you and your client. Antibacterial surface sprays are great, but remember antibacterial products may not be effective against viruses, such as coronaviruses. Additional cleaning with bleach or alcohol-based products may be required. Be sure to provide hot running water and soap. Consider how you will remove waste from your treatment room. You will likely have clinical waste, i.e., that which has come into contact with bodily fluids such as sweat, example, couch roll, body wipes, general waste, example, non-recyclable packaging, and dry recyclable waste. Sanitary bins are required for washrooms.
To ensure you are fully prepared and confident in delivering an exceptional experience, we kindly request you to go through the provided Harmony in Motion, a step-by-step guide to massage booklet before your practice sessions. Why pre-read the booklet? Enhance preparedness. Familiarize yourself with the specific techniques and sequences outlined in the booklet. This will contribute to a more confident and prepared approach during your massage sessions. Consistent application. The booklet serves as a reliable reference, ensuring that you consistently apply the techniques across different sessions. This consistency is key to providing a standardized and exceptional massage experience for our clients. Advanced Techniques Mastery. Take advantage of the Advanced Techniques section to progressively enhance your skills. Explore new approaches to address varying client needs and elevate your proficiency in massage. Cultural understanding. If applicable, gain insight into the cultural or historical aspects of massage. This cultural awareness contributes to a more respectful and authentic practice. What to focus on? Technique breakdown. Pay close attention to each step of the massage technique, including hand placements, strokes, and movements. Use the provided visual aids to reinforce your understanding. Advanced Techniques section. Explore the Advanced Techniques section mindfully. Consider how these techniques can be integrated to add depth and variety to your massage sessions. Client interaction and communication. Review the guidelines on effective communication with clients. Emphasize the importance of listening to their needs, providing clear instructions, and encouraging open communication. Energy awareness and mindfulness. Take note of guidance on energy awareness and mindfulness. This will help you stay present during sessions and foster an intuitive connection with your clients. Client comfort and safety. Prioritize the importance of client comfort and safety. Refresh your knowledge on adjusting pressure, responding to client feedback, and creating a welcoming environment. How to approach your practice sessions. Start with foundation. Begin your practice sessions by revisiting the foundational techniques. Ensure you have a solid grasp of the basics before incorporating advanced techniques. Gradual integration. Introduce advanced techniques gradually, adapting them based on the unique needs of each client. Pay attention to their responses and adjust your approach accordingly. Self-reflection. Take a moment after each practice session for self-reflection. Consider what worked well, where you can improve, and any insights gained during the session. Your commitment to ongoing learning and dedication to refining your skills are commendable. We believe that a thorough review of the provided booklet will contribute significantly to the success of your massage sessions.
The first thing you want to do is make sure that the person that's sitting down doesn't have a necklace on and they don't have any jewelry on their wrists. And also you want to make sure that their legs aren't crossed and that their feet are firmly planted on the floor. Before you start the massage, you want to place your hands on the person's head and then get them to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and slowly out through the nose. This is really nice to bring people down and to also help bring them into their body, and it helps to ground you and the person that's seated. And it's a great way to start the massage and get the person to really get into their body, and they're going to feel the subtleties of the massage a little bit better. To start the massage portion, you can take the heels of your hands and then on either sides of the shoulders, you can do this nice little roll. This is a great way to start the treatment. And a little tip is that if you do it for under 30 seconds, it'll be more stimulating. And if you do it for more than 30 seconds, it'll be more of a relaxing technique. So if you see that the person that's on the chair is a little more stressed out, you can do it for a little bit longer, which is more relaxing. And if there's someone who is a little bit sluggish, maybe they need a little bit of energy, you can just do it for under 30 seconds and it will help to stimulate their nervous system. After you've gone in and warmed up the tissue, it's really nice to do a little bit of a squeeze on the upper traps. We hold a lot of tension and stress in this area. So all I'm doing here is I'm placing my hand on her shoulder, very reassuring, comforting touch, and then I'm taking my thumb and I'm just providing a little bit of a squeeze to the ever tight upper traps. And you could follow that all the way along into the sides of the shoulder. Next up, you want to do what is a classic kind of acupressure area in most cultures. And what we're going to do is right here in the upper traps, we're going to press our thumb in on both sides and just press, so you're pressing in, slowly sinking in, and then just hold it there. And usually after about 60 to 90 seconds, you're going to feel that it's going to start to kind of like melt or relax underneath your thumb. And what you can do also is provide just like some subtle little circles in that area, and that will also help to relax the tissue. This is really nice, and also a common trigger point area for people. A lot of people with tension headaches, this is going to be the spot that relates into those tension headaches. Place your hand on the shoulder, and with this one, what I'm going to do is with the heel of my hand, I'm going to squeeze the upper traps and bring Shelby forward here. So place your hand down, do this on both sides, and then take the heel of your hand and kind of squeeze, and you're rolling the shoulders forward, so you're approximating or shortening that tissue. So I'm taking her upper traps and I'm squeezing and bringing her forward, and then just hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. You can even do some little circles with the heels of your hands in the upper traps, and that helps to really relax the client and relax the muscle tissue. And after 30 to 60 seconds, you can slowly ease off and relax your hands. After pulling the tissue forward, this time we're going to pull the tissue back. Once again, do this on both sides. Place 2 fingers just on the upper traps here and then your thumb on the back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to kind of grab the tissue like this and then roll the shoulders back. And you could hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. And then what you can also do is, as you're holding this technique, you can slowly start to glide down the upper trap muscles where it's going to get a little bit thinner. And you're going to start to feel that you're on top of the bone with the back with your thumb here. And just hold that while you're pulling them back. And as you're going towards the end of the shoulder, you're just making sure that you're always moving backwards, and that helps to stretch out this tense area. Next up, we're going to embrace our inner beat maker, drummer, by doing some tapotement on the shoulders. This is really nice for bringing blood to the surface, and it's also going to help to relax the area. What you're going to do is take the heels of your hands, and then you're just going to provide this consistent motion. And you're going to do this for more than 30 seconds if you can, and that will make it a little more relaxing. You can kind of follow it from the base of the shoulder right here and go across. Make sure that when you're in this area where it's a little bit meaty, you can provide a little more pressure, and then as you go and move to the side, you can ease off a bit. If you find it difficult to maintain that kind of consistency and provide that, you can also do it with one hand, which is another traditional way of doing it. So you can place your hands like this, and then you can kind of go on the shoulder and provide a little bit of a deeper kind of tapotement. But you have to make sure that when you do this, you follow it across and you do both sides. Next up is the shoulder stretch. You want to make sure with this one that you can get the person's hair out of the way as much as possible. And what you're going to do is place your hands on both shoulders, and then you're going to sink in slowly into the upper traps and shoulders, and then you're going to pull away to the side, and you're providing a stretch to the shoulders, so you're pulling like this. So sink in slowly, and then pull the shoulders to the side and provide a stretch. Another way of doing this that's really nice, and I find a little bit easier to do when someone's seated, is you can do a cross hand stretch. So you can place your hand on one shoulder and then your hand on the other shoulder. And what you're doing here is you're taking your arm to kind of get the hair out of the way, and then provide a little bit of a cross hands, sink in slowly, kind of work with their breath, and then pull to the side, providing a little bit of a stretch to the shoulders. And you can hold this for a minute. After we've done the shoulder stretch, now you're going to do a pec stretch. Good way of doing this is kind of anchoring the side of your body on their head like this, and then taking your hands and kind of grabbing across the pecs here. And so you're pulling back like this, and then bringing them back slightly against your body. And this is a great way to stretch out the pecs, especially with screens nowadays. So much of us are rounded forward. So to take the pecs and just give them a really nice stretch like this in the seated position feels really, really great. To start off massaging the neck, you can place your hand on their forehead and then kind of lift their hair out of the way. And then with your two fingers, your thumb and this finger here, you're just going to do some kind of circular kneading just in the base of the skull right here. So get the hair out of the way as much as possible. And then you're just providing a little bit of circular kneading at the base of the skull and down either side of the cervical spine. This is definitely a favorite for people. It's really relaxing. You can even just place your fingertips on the base of the skull and hold there for a while. Make sure that as you're doing this, that you're not pressing too hard on the forehead. You're just using it as an anchor to make sure that their head isn't moving around a lot when you're doing the kneading with your fingertips. Doing a traction of the cervical spine, the spine and the neck, feels really amazing. So what you're going to do is make sure that you're not contacting or going over the ear, although you can, it's just a little more comfortable if you don't. And then go quite low. And then what you're going to do here is you're just going to lift the head up. So you're kind of on the base of the skull. You can feel that a little bit. And then you're just going to lift up. And that helps to traction the spine a little bit. And you can hold this for 15 to 20 seconds. And it's just a little bit of relief and feels really nice. Starting off with the scalp, provide some nice scalp stimulation. So I find with barbers especially, you'll notice that they'll go really fast and just kind of move throughout the scalp. And it's a really nice way of energizing the body. And there's so many blood vessels and little nerve endings in the scalp that we sometimes forget, and head massage can be often neglected. And that's why it feels so good. And it's really great for stimulating the hair follicles. You can take the person's head and kind of bring them back against your body and make sure that they're comfortable. And then what you're going to do here is some circular motions in the scalp. And this feels really, really nice. And you could do this for 30 to 60 seconds. And a really nice technique that I like as well is you can do these kind of frictions up and down. This is a classic kind of Indian head massage technique. So you're just taking the heels of your hands just right here, and on both sides you're just kind of going up and down like that. So place the heels of your hands down on the sides, and just a nice stimulatory technique. This is actually really good for anyone who has jaw issues, because the muscle here, the temporalis, can get really tight. And when there's a lack of blood flow to it and it gets really tense and the fascia is tense, it can actually lead to jaw tension and issues as well. And now we're going to do some scalp plucking. So with this one, you want to have a soft landing and a quick takeoff. So basically you're taking your fingertips and you're just doing these plucks. You want to make sure that when you're kind of hitting the scalp, that you've got a little bit of a soft touch. You're not kind of like smashing into their head. You're just kind of pulling off and providing some nice little plucks. This is maybe a little more aggressive than some of the other techniques, but it feels really nice and a great way to stimulate the scalp. Now for some facial and scalp tapping. This looks kind of silly, but it feels really, really nice. So you're going to try to maintain a consistent flow as you're doing this. So start at the forehead, and you can take all your fingertips, 3, 4, whatever you're more comfortable with, and just tap. You don't want to tap too hard, but you want to make sure that you're stimulating and relaxing all of these muscles. So start at the forehead, and then you could work your way down the temples. That's really nice for easing off any tension in that area. And you can even go into the jawline and do some little taps there. And then move up into the scalp and do some taps along the entirety of the head. I always like to finish by going on the jaw and stopping at the top of the jawline. Another very grounding and relaxing technique is to do some circular kneading on the temples. This is good for anyone who has tension headaches as well. So once again, place their head against your body, and then you can place your heels of your hands on the temples, and then pretty gently you're just doing this nice, even, pretty slow circular motion. And you want to make sure that this one's really relaxing, and that's why I'm moving quite slowly. If you feel like you want to provide a bit more pressure, that's up to you. Try to use the meaty part of your hand to make sure that it's as easy and relaxing for the client as possible, and there's no kind of bone on bone type of situation. This area, the tissue is quite thin, so you want to make sure that it's quite comfortable for them. And you can just do this nice circular kneading for a minute or two. Now we're going to do some hair stroking. If you've ever wondered what your cat or dog feel like, this is probably going to be the closest thing. So what you can do is start at the top of the head, and then really quite gently, you're just kind of stroking down the hair. And you could do this faster, slower, depending if you want the person to be more stimulated or relaxed. And you're just following it all the way down from the top of the head down to the bottom of the hair. After we've done that really stimulatory technique, it's nice to bring someone down with a very relaxing head squeeze. So what you're going to do is kind of bring the hair back a bit, and then on either side of the head, just take your palms like this. And then you're just going to move your shoulders like this so it's not too much strain on your muscles. And then you're just going to squeeze in gently. And you could hold this for 30 seconds. This is a really nice grounding technique. And it's great for balancing both sides of the head. And then after you feel like there's some relaxation, you can gently come out of it and allow your hands to kind of slowly move off of the head. It's really nice to finish the treatment with some face massage. So place their head against your body for stabilization, and then you can just do some nice wipes on the forehead to the side. This is really good for the frontalis muscle here when it gets really tense, especially if you live in a sunny climate. A lot of times there is quite a bit of tension in this really thin muscle, and it can actually lead to headaches. So place your fingertips down and then spread out to the side and follow it into the scalp. You can even do some nice circular kneading in the temporalis muscle on the side of the forehead. And then just follow that up, do it a couple of times. You can also lift up, so you can kind of take your hands like this and then lift the forehead up into the scalp. You could do that a couple of times. A really nice one is to kind of trace along the eyebrows. It can be really relaxing, especially if anyone has eye tension or they've been staring at screens a lot, they have any type of eye strain. You can even go up from the top of the nose and work your way around the eyebrow. And then you could follow it down into the jaw and just do a nice little stroke up the jawline. This will be great for anyone who has jaw tension. And make sure you follow your strokes all the way to the end. I find that way they're a little more relaxing. So you can start here and then kind of go along the jaw and then up through this masseter muscle, which is one of your main chewing muscles, and then follow it all the way into the scalp and around the ear. And this one feels so good that I like to do it a couple of times. And then once you're around the ear, you can take your fingers like this and kind of like a scissors motion and just provide a little bit of a massage around the ear as well. You can even go into the earlobes if they don't have earrings on and just provide a little bit of a rub and a little bit of a traction on the earlobes, and that feels really nice, especially if someone has any type of sinus issues or anything that is causing their ears to be stuffed up. And then just finish off once again by doing the sequence one more time. So just wiping to the side, going up the jawline. You can even go underneath, and this is really nice for the sinuses, kind of along those cheekbones and lift up. And you can do this faster. I just tend to work quite slow, so I like to make it really like relaxing for people. But I do know some people who go a little bit faster, and that feels really fantastic as well. To finish the treatment, do some nice fingertip kneading on the scalp. And make sure you follow that all the way around. And then you can do some nice brushing of the scalp as well, and just brushing out all the hair so they don't look so ridiculous at the end. This is really relaxing, just nice and gentle, just some nice little stroking. Bringing a hot towel to the end of the treatment also feels so fantastic. What you can do is just run some warm water under a towel, place it in the microwave for a couple of seconds, just heat it up. And then just what you're gonna do is kind of lift their hair out of the way a bit and then just place it on their shoulders. You can also take the hot towel and kind of place it like this on their head a bit. That's really comforting. But I like to usually just place it on the shoulders like this. And you could even put some essential oils in the towel just for that added little sensory experience for the client, to make sure that they're feeling just nice and uplifted while also being relaxed at the end of the treatment. Ones that I like are mint, lavender, and cedarwood. You could also do some nice little squeezing of the upper traps, just nice and gentle with the hot towel.
Handling client concerns and complaints. Handling client concerns and complaints is an essential aspect of providing excellent customer service in massage therapy. Here are some key points to handle them effectively. 1. Active listening. Listen attentively to the client's concerns, allowing them to express themselves fully. 2. Empathy. Show empathy and understanding towards the client's feelings and experiences. 3. Stay calm. Remain calm and composed during the conversation, avoiding defensive responses. 4. Apologize. If appropriate, if the client's concern is valid, offer a sincere apology for any inconvenience caused. 5. Address the issue. Address the client's concerns professionally and find a solution to resolve the issue. 6. Communication. Keep the client informed about the steps being taken to address the concern or complaint. 7. Follow-up. After resolving the concern, follow up with the client to ensure their satisfaction and well-being. 8. Learn and improve. Use client feedback as an opportunity to learn and improve the quality of service. Handling concerns and complaints promptly and professionally can turn a negative experience into a positive one, fostering client loyalty and trust. Business and marketing strategies for massage therapists. Business and marketing strategies for massage therapists. 1. Online presence. Create a professional website and utilize social media platforms to showcase services and connect with potential clients. 2. Networking. Build relationships with other health professionals and local businesses for referrals and partnerships. 3. Client testimonials. Request satisfied clients to provide testimonials that can be displayed on your website and social media. 4. Promotions and packages. Offer special promotions, loyalty programs, and discounted packages to attract new clients and retain existing ones. 5. Email marketing. Collect email addresses and send regular newsletters or updates to keep clients informed about your services and special offers. 6. Community involvement. Participate in community events, health fairs, and workshops to raise awareness about your services. 7. Gift certificates. Offer gift certificates for massage services, especially during holiday seasons. 8. Search engine optimization. SEO. Optimize your website and online content to improve visibility in search engine results. 9. Mobile-friendly experience. Ensure that your website is mobile-friendly for easy access on smartphones and tablets. 10. Client referral program. Implement a referral program that rewards clients for referring new customers to your practice. 11. Online booking. Provide an easy-to-use online booking system for clients to schedule appointments conveniently. 12. Branded merchandise. Consider creating branded merchandise like t-shirts or water bottles to increase brand visibility. By implementing these strategies, massage therapists can attract new clients, retain existing ones, and grow their massage therapy practice. Practical training demonstrations of massage techniques.